Bonjour everyone and welcome to my channel. This is a channel for freelancers, travelers, entrepreneurs looking to improve themselves in their career. I'm Mundey, a life and expat coach, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to become a freelancer in France. So if you ever thought that you might want to be, I'm just going to be giving you a short sort of overview about the things that you would need to do to make that happen. So stay tuned. So, if you want to become a freelancer in France, the first thing that you'll have to do is to get the proper visa. Now, if you are a European national, you do not need any kind of special visa or permission. You can declare your business just as easily as a French person. But if you're coming outside of the EU, you're going to have to go to get an application for a visa to become a freelancer at either the French consulate if you're doing this application in your home country, or if you're in France at the prefecture. Now, there are three different type of visas that I know of that normally freelancers apply for, and that's a visa as either a professional libérale, a commerçant, or there's a passeport talent. And the professional libérale is just like freelance status. Commerçant is more if you're going to be like selling a product, and then the passport talent is normally for the types of industry that there's a deficit, and there's different criteria for each one, and that is something that you should ask about when you go to get your application. Now, for these applications, I'm just going to outline a couple of things that you normally need to provide. Now, they're going to ask you for your passport, of course. You're going to have to provide a criminal background check from your country of origin, and if you're already residing in France, you may have to supply one from France and your company of origin. And you're going to have to provide them with a letter of motivation, which basically explains why you want to do business in France and your professional goals. You're also going to have to supply them with a business plan. And you're going to have to supply them with proof of medical insurance, and you're going to have to prove that you have enough money in your bank account to support yourself. So those are some of the basics that they demand from an application, and they can ask for more or less, all depending on the consulate or the prefecture for the department that you go to. Now, for all those documents that you have to provide, it is best to ask which ones have to be translated if you have to provide some documentation from your country of origin, and for the business plan and the letter, what language does it have to be in. This will just help you prepare, and so you don't have to be running back and forth to the consulate or the prefecture. So if you have a successful application, after that you're going to have to declare your status as a freelancer in France. Now, luckily, like, this was not around when I wanted to start a business in France. It was so difficult trying to figure out everything I needed to do. But now, luckily, they have a website completely in English, which is called My Company in France, which basically walks you through step by step the whole declaration process. So it's definitely made a lot simpler for people now. So you can definitely go there, and it'll show you which status is best for you. Now, the two statuses that I know that most freelancers use is either to be an entrepreneur or travailleur indépendant. And lots of people ask, what's the difference? They sound almost the same. So an entrepreneur stands for an independent entrepreneur. Travailleur indépendant stands for an independent worker. Well, the only difference between the two is basically an entrepreneur is more simple. You basically can do all your paperwork and your accounts yourself, but you cannot earn more than 33,000 euros a year, and that actually has to be divided up through the year. So each month you also have a cap on how much you can earn. So it really depends on how much potential business you really think you're going to have. Now, Now, if you think you're going to earn more than that, or if you end up earning more than that, you're going to automatically be a travailleur indépendant, which means you have to have an accountant who does your books. You have to charge TVA, which is sale tax, but you can also deduct your expenses like a normal business would. So once you've declared your status, the next step that you're going to want to do is to make sure that your business name is not taken by someone else. So to make sure your business name is available, you're going to go to the website www.inpi.fr to make sure that no one else has trademarked the name that you would like to use. If the name is free, you're going to need to go and register your trademark to do a dépôt de marque at the Institut National de la Propriété Industrielle. I'll put a link to all of this stuff below, and that's basically where you register your business name and your logo. So if you need financing for your business in France, they oblige banks to help startups and entrepreneurs, and you can normally apply for two different kinds of loan. One loan is prêt de la création d'entreprise, which basically means loan for the creation of a business, or prêt bancaire aux entreprises, which is a loan normally to help you run your business. So if you want to have more information about financing for your business, you can go to www.consulate.fr, and they give you more information about how you can finance your business. So these are the basic things that you will have to do to get yourself registered, started, and going to be able to be a freelancer here. Now, I am not an expert in this field. But I do have lots of resources and different kind of companies that I know and work with who help people through the administrative part of their journey. So if you have any other further questions, you can feel free to leave your comments below. I try to get back to each and every one that I can. And if you like this video, I really ask you to please hit that like button and subscribe. And please be looking out for my series that I'll be doing about business in France to help those people who are really looking to develop their activity here. So that's all for me today. Au revoir.